Hi, this is Knockouts champion Allie, and you're watching AMBY.
Hey everyone, it's Alicia from AMBY, and I'm so excited to be here with the brand new Impact Knockouts champion,
Yay!
Allie. Hello.
Hi. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm excited.
You must be super stoked right now.
I am. I'm super excited, and I'm hopped up on sugar and caffeine, so it's like good combo.
I was about to mention the Swedish fish right there.
Yes, Swedish fish. Yes, before you ask, they're vegan and delicious.
So you're a gummy of choice as of late?
Yes, always Swedish
Yeah?
fish. We love Swedish fish.
Okay.
Yeah. So help yourself if you'd like some.
Oh, I'm going to keep that in mind throughout the interview.
Yes.
Don't mind me if I'm just kind of
If you
sneaking
just kinda
once
sneak
in a
in there.
while. How has Life as Champion been treating you?
Gosh, what a question. It's been awesome. It's been awesome. It's something that I've worked for such a long time. So for it to actually happen, I can't really put it into words. It's pretty cool though.
I bet.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
kind of surreal every morning for you.
It's surreal because I feel like people don't, especially I think people that aren't wrestlers or are not wrestling fans, they don't really understand what it means to hold a belt because, you hear this all the time, like, oh, it's scripted. It's not real. It's, they're not actually athletes or whatever. But it's the fact that like the company is, putting this huge trust and responsibility, and it's something that you've worked for such a long time. So to actually have that come to life, it's pretty cool.
I have seen so many grown men and women cry getting that belt, and it's like it seriously means something. It means
I
that
cried.
You've worked your ass.
I cried.
Yeah, of course.
There was a lot of tears. Yeah, there were a lot of tears.
Happy tears.
Happy tears. Yeah.
Well, there's one name that I want to mention to you, and I know if I mention this name to you, a little while back the answer would be a lot different as far as your opinion goes, but now I'm very curious.
Okay.
Braxton Sutter.
Oh, Braxton. Braxton has lost his way. I feel like that's the nicest thing I can say, is he's definitely lost his way.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't want to bash the guy, but I think his priorities are really out of whack, and I think he needs to, take a step back. Yeah, a little soul searching maybe.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah.
Well, something that's changed since we last spoke at Smash Wrestling a little while back is just how much Demon Bunny has absolutely exploded. You and your demon sister, Rosemary.
Yes, my Rosemary, my demon. Demon Bunny has, oh my gosh. So we launched a website, demonxbunny.com. And right now we're still in the kind of like first stages of it. It hasn't fully developed into what our vision is, but all of our merch is on the website. But we have, oh my gosh, we're filming a bunch of content for our YouTube channel, which will be launching soon, which is super exciting. And it's just like grown into this something it's kind of taken its own life, really.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it's so much fun.
There's even its own Twitter that people can follow.
Yes, it has its own Twitter. It's Demon X Bunny, and then we also have an Instagram that's Demon X Bunny. So follow us.
It's been so interesting to see the journey between you and Rosemary, because I remember not too long ago at Smash Wrestling Canusa, you two were at each other's throats, quite literally. So was there a moment for you two where you realized, I don't think I want to kill her?
Yes. It's so weird because, I think I've heard this, and I'm sure this is like a thing, like love and hate are two emotions that are sometimes very close to each other, and what people don't realize and don't know is Rosemary and I actually did not get along at all years ago. So I came into the indie scene in 2004. She came into the indie scene, I want to say 2007, somewhere in there, and we
did not see eye to eye.
We did not see eye to eye. We did not get along, and we were thrust into like a couple of feuds, and the feuds I think started 2010. And then, progressed into Smash, and then, then we're working at Impact together. And so it really was a full circle sort of situation where we went from not liking each other to now she's literally one of my best friends in the entire world. And I text her and talk to her every single day. So it's cool how, I don't know, like enemies can actually become like besties. So
I want to say congrats on that, because you two have something super special. A little weird, but super special.
Sometimes weird. Yes. If you watched our Disney World trip.
Oh yeah.
Yes. She was not impressed with me at all. She was not, and I was like in my element at Disney, but she was not loving that.
What does the demon think about bunnies? And I mean like cute emoji bunnies, not Allie the bunny.
I was gonna say, my demon loves me.
Of course.
I think, I'm kind of afraid to ask what she thinks about animals. I haven't ventured into that territory because she refers to her skin as a meat suit. A meat suit. So I sort of I don't really want to know how she feels about cute fuzzy animals.
Mm-hmm.
I think it might be a...
Yeah, I'd stay away from that for a little.
Give
it a couple more years, maybe.
Maybe lifetimes, probably.
Who knows?
Yeah.
You tweeted recently how you've been doing something super exciting, and that's the fact that you have been taking acting lessons.
Yes.
What has it been like venturing into those?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I did. I started acting classes. I'm working with a coach in Buffalo. His name is Frank Rossi, and he not only is an actor, but he also is a casting director. So the first day, I sat in my car for, I'm not kidding you, an hour, like almost hyperventilating. I was so nervous. I was like I had to build myself up to go into class, which sounds really weird coming from someone that performs for a living.
Yeah, but you're going out of your comfort zone. It's a different thing.
It's totally different thing. It's totally different. Like you want me to punch someone and you want me to get kicked in the face, no problem. Let's do it. But to be vulnerable and open with a new group, it's hard.
It's hard.
But I actually love it. I love it, and now that's all I'm obsessing over is I'm so excited to go on auditions and weirdly get rejected so I can learn and get better, and I love it.
What is the ideal role for you? What kind of person would you like to portray?
I really want to be in a horror movie because
of course
I'm obsessed.
That doesn't surprise me.
It's part of me wants to get killed right away, and then part of me wants to be the final girl. I feel like I'd want to do both at some point, And I would love to do a sitcom or something.
Okay.
I feel like that I would feel comfortable in a role like that, So maybe, I don't know, we'll see.
You recently said that Clue is actually your favorite film of all time?
It's my favorite.
And that shocked me because I thought it was going to be a horror film.
I mean, I love horror movies, but Clue is my all-time. I can quote that entire movie. It's my favorite movie of all time. Yes, yeah. We're doing monologues in our acting class, and I'm doing Mrs. Peacock. I think my coach looked at it okay.
Yeah, sure. How many times have you seen it? How many times?
1,000. I watch it when I'm having a crappy day. I watch Clue. Yeah, and it literally
just brings the mood right
It does. I laugh every time. I've seen it 1,000 times, and I still laugh. It's so good. It's so good. Yeah.
One thing that I really did want to bring up with you today, because I know we've both experienced it, is a little bit more serious, but it's something that has to be talked about, is people posting some pretty shitty things on social media posts and body shaming. Because I posted photographs on my Instagram, and people just feel the need to comment some pretty weird stuff. And I know it happened with you recently, where someone just decided to point something out that was just idiotic. So
yes, yeah.
I wanted to just kind of talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so I think, people sort of feel like they can say whatever they want to other people on social media because they're, and it sounds so cliche, but they're hiding behind a keyboard. And, I normally try to ignore people like that, like trolls or whatever.
Yeah.
But I also feel like, I've been given this small platform, and I feel like it's my responsibility to speak out against people like that sometimes, because what I think people don't realize is, I have developed very thick skin. I've been in the wrestling business for, 13 years. I've heard it all. Whatever. But, a 13 or 14 or 15-year-old that doesn't maybe have very thick skin, has low self-esteem or, whatever, and those trolls are commenting on their pictures or saying things like that, it's like they don't realize how that affects a young person or a vulnerable person, or somebody that is suffering with a mental health issue or is suffering with body issues or whatever. It's you don't know what someone else is going through. Yeah. And so I feel like it's kind of our responsibility to change that, and make an example yo, that's not how you communicate to people. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And it was a gross comment. It was really...
I can't even say out of line. Yeah, it was bad.
It was bad, and I feel like, I'm about to go on a bit of a rant, but I feel like social media has the ability to be a positive thing. It really can be used for good things, and it's a shame when people use it for negativity.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like we should change that. Like, let's post positive things and encourage other people and support people. And, you know, you have all this communication at your fingertips. Let's use that in a good way, you know?
And why be negative about it? Like, what do you get? What's the satisfaction you get out of writing stuff like that on someone's post? That's the thing that really gets me riled up.
Yeah, it does. It does. And I think about young women or young guys or whomever. And you know, it's no sweat off my back. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. But maybe that's really going to affect somebody else that doesn't have that to just move forward on. You know what I mean? Like, so I feel like we should sometimes say, like,
Cut it out, and like, enough's enough.
Yeah. Let's use this as an example. Let's use this to be better people.
It was such a crappy situation, but the one thing that I loved seeing was just the community.
Yes.
That completely ripped this guy a new one.
Yeah, they did.
Like, a lot of people, a lot of wrestlers were jumping in. Like, let's see you say that to our face, because you wouldn't.
No, that's the thing. And again, it's using social media in a negative, like, to spread negativity when it, you know. Let's change the conversation, you know, like, let's be positive to each other, supportive, and support other women and other people and whomever. Like, there's no room for that negative yuckiness.
I love how you're really becoming like an online advocate for all of this stuff, though, whether it is, you know, overcoming mental health or body shaming. Like, people are really coming to you for that kind of stuff and advice.
Yeah.
So it's pretty comforting for you to know.
It is, and I say this again, like, I feel as though if I have this small platform, you know, to bring awareness to things, it would be pretty silly for me not to take advantage of that and try to, like, shed some light on things that are important, like mental health issues. And, you know, I recently did an interview where I talked about my struggle with depression, right? And that's a real thing, and it's something I'm going to have to deal with for the rest of my life, unfortunately. That's just the reality of it. And I feel like it's my responsibility to speak openly, because there's such a stigma attached to having an issue like that, you know? And I think a lot of young people specifically close themselves off and they don't talk about it. And I want people to talk about it. Because you know what? Yeah, I have depression and anxiety. I'm a bit of a weirdo. But, you know, I think I've done all right for myself. And I think other people, if they see that, maybe it'll just help one person.
Yeah.
Just one, I would be happy, you know? So
I'm the exact same way. I intentionally will write posts just kind of pointing out the weird stuff about me.
Yeah.
And it's really nice just knowing, because deep down you always have those insecurities.
Gosh,
even when you're telling the world, like, hey, I'm a nerd, I'm a whatever. And it's like when people are like, you know what, that's all right. Like, it's this thing where it's a community.
Yes.
And that's the best part, going back to positivity, really.
Well, yeah, and I think too, like you're saying, like, you know, if I come forward and I say, yes, I suffer from mental health issues. Yes, I've been through this. Yes, I did that interview, and I've never, ever spoken publicly about suffering with an eating disorder.
No, it was incredibly honest and in-depth.
Yeah,
I'm going to link to it in the bio for sure.
Oh, good. Because, like, I've never, you know, I've because it's scary. It is scary because people do judge you. People do, like, no matter what, like, people are judging you. And I feel like if we all are like, no, like, yeah, I have issues, I feel like maybe more people will be more comfortable talking about it, and then it won't be such a weird thing. It'll just be like, yeah, that's a part of life. You know, like, we all suffer from something.
Well, I do want to end things on 2 music questions, because I know in both our interviews, whenever we talk about music, we just kind of geek out together.
Yes, we do.
So the first one is your favorite theme song in wrestling.
Oh, HBK's. For sure.
How did I know?
100%.
Like, I knew you were thinking of a Shawn Michaels.
Of course.
Okay, so I used to have this disc growing up of all, like, not all, but the popular.
Oh yeah, I had a bunch of it too. Of course.
Number 7.
Oh yeah.
Sexy Boy.
Oh heck yeah. Oh, I used to play that, and I come down with my hat and my glasses and dance.
Yes.
It's a great.
It's such a good
song.
And I was
Nothing tops it.
I was really young too. Like, I'm not singing "I'm Not Your Boy" till I like.
Oh
it was
yeah.
Great. Good
I
times.
had the gloves, the glasses, the shirt, the bear, the hat.
I can imagine you just like throwing super kicks everywhere.
Oh, I would do the dance, and my God bless my dad was like, you know, he was laughing and stuff, but I had no idea that it was so
Wrong.
sexual, at all. I just was like,
Same.
Shawn Michaels is amazing. You know. Oh my God, so embarrassing. But yeah, no, I love that. It's a great song.
Okay, I completely agree.
Yeah.
And the last music question to end things on:
Okay.
if you could have any band play you live down the ramp to the ring, which would that be?
Oh God, this is such a hard question.
You can name a couple.
Okay.
I'll let it slide.
Okay. Maybe like what I. Oh, this is such a hard question. Okay. I think the rebel in me, like the 16-year-old in me, would say the Misfits. 100%. 100%.
Mohawk Alley.
Yes, Mohawk Alley, the Misfits, because that was like my what opened the door for me for punk rock was hearing the Misfits.
Okay.
So probably the Misfits, and then this is a little maybe obscure, but I was a huge Korn fan.
Okay.
Huge Korn fan. Like I was just telling somebody this story. I saw Korn live, and Monkey threw his pick into the crowd, and I fought a girl for it, and I won, and I still have it. So I'm gonna say the 14-year-old in me would say Korn.
Okay.
Yeah, Korn and the Misfits.
I like how we got 14-year-old you and 16-year-old.
Yeah, because I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, man, 14-year-old me would lose it if she came up to Korn.
Crazy.
Yes. So I think those are my answers.
And I'm sure now you would go crazy too.
Oh, I still would. Oh my God, the
both
Misfits?
work.
Yes. Oh.
That O says it all.
Yes, it would be very badass. Yeah.
I want to say thank you so much for joining me again.
Yeah, I love your interviews. I just think you're so awesome and
Thank
so
you so
badass,
much.
and yeah, I'm happy for all your success.
Thank
It's
you.
cool to
Same
see.
with you.
Yeah.
Knockouts champ right here. I mean, as badass as it gets. I'm so excited for you.
Yeah. Oh, can I hug you?
Of course. You have to ask. Come on now. And remember, to everybody viewing, you can visit us at musicblogger.com for all exclusive interviews, features, videos, and so much more. See ya.
Bye.